As several nations turn their back on Qatar, Turkey has emerged as the Gulf nation's most vocal supporter.
We see the Gulf's security and stability as our own security and stability. The threat that the Gulf faces is also a threat to Turkey. Turkey does not discriminate against any of the brother countries in the region.
Instead, it offered a more mediator role on Saturday, but Bahrain made its position clear.
I explained to President Erdogan that it was important to take this step at this time. We have no time to waste on compliments. We had agreements between our countries and Qatar signed on them, but it did not comply. And now we have to be serious in dealing with this issue without wasting time.
Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates, just to name a few, have cut diplomatic ties with Qatar, accusing it of sponsoring terrorism and aligning with Iran, allegations that Qatar has rejected. The rift is one of the biggest among Arab nations in decades, and in Moscow, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and his Qatari counterpart agreed there was only one way to fix it.
Here, I wanted to confirm Qatari position that all the disagreements must be resolved through dialogue, and the Cooperation Council for the Arab States of the Gulf is the most appropriate format for such talks.
But the U.S. president is taking a hard line with Qatar and insists the country must change its ways.
The nation of Qatar, unfortunately, has historically been a funder of terrorism at a very high level. And in the wake of that conference, nations came together and spoke to me about confronting Qatar over its behavior.
Qatar is home to the largest U.S. military base in the region, and U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is eager to resolve the dispute, believing that the conflict is negatively impacting the fight against Daesh.
We call on the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Egypt to ease the blockade against Qatar. There are humanitarian consequences to this blockade.
In the meantime, Turkey has stepped in, sending daily food and water supplies via its cargo planes. It also plans to deploy thousands of troops to the Gulf nation, troops it insists are there only to promote security and stability in the region, as countries like Russia, Germany, and the U.S. offer to mediate. Kilmeny, Duchardt, TRT World.